If you're a car fanatic like me, you have probably heard of the Mercedes AMG, Audi RS, Toyota TRD, the Honda Type R, and now we have this, the Hyundai N. This is a Veloster N. This little guy here is the performance variant from Hyundai. Now, maybe you've also heard of BMW M before as well, and there's something very interesting for you guys to know. The person that created the BMW M division, such as your M3, M5 cars, Albert Biermann is the guy responsible for creating this N division for Hyundai. Powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo, produces 275 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque. Comes with a 6-speed manual. You're going to find rev match. It also has electronically controlled limited slip differential, which makes this thing a rocket coming out of the corners. And this thing is made and bred for the racetrack. Fun fact for you, the N actually stands for 2 things. Namyang in South Korea, where the car is actually manufactured, that's where the research and development is. But where their testing's done is at the Nürburgring, and that's what a lot of people believe that is what that N stands for. So from factory, this car comes with a 235/35/19 Pirelli P0. It's a 280 treadwear tire, but it's still pretty sticky for a factory tire. Now this beautiful paint on this car, it's called Cyber Gray, and take a look at this guy. It's definitely interesting as a 3-door. It's a very unique concept. It kind of confuses me too. You see the 2 doors here, obviously, that are a little bit smaller. Here's your back door here. Decent space, similar to the other hot hatches and other sport compacts in this segment. But it's weird when you go to this side. You have the big door, like a coupe. Now the styling of this car is either going to be a love it or hate it thing. For me, I think it's pretty damn awesome. It looks like it's got Aventador style taillights. Obviously a spoiler on the top here. The exhaust sounds incredible. Actually, let's take a quick listen to the exhaust. I'm very excited to drive it. This is one hot hatch that has had my attention for a little while, and it's going to be a lot of fun to review. Let's go take it for a drive and see what it's all about. So this Veloster does have a few drive modes, and on the steering wheel, which I'll show you guys in a second here, there's 2 big blue buttons. There's a drive mode and there's a checkered flag, which is your N modes. So the drive mode offers sport, eco, and normal. And for the sake of this review, guys, I couldn't give 2 shits about driving this car in eco. We are solely going to drive this car in N mode just to see what it's all about. After all, this channel is called That Track Channel, and I don't want to let you guys down at home. The exhaust note on this car actually sounds really good. Let's see if we can do a little first second here. Oh yeah, it gets up and goes really well. I mean, money doesn't go very far nowadays. And one of the important features, or one of the important things to talk about, is price. This car is an MSRP around $40,000. It might have been a little bit more than that, around $41,000. A lot of the competitor cars are priced upwards of $50,000, or close to $50,000, or a high $40,000 price point, such as the Type Rs and STIs. So when you drive this car in the N mode, a couple things happen. The valves open on the exhaust, giving you obviously sportier sound. Rev match kicks in automatically. Traction control goes away. The steering wheel gets stiffer. And the adaptive dampers kick in, giving you obviously a really stiff ride. Now, for anyone that doesn't know or hasn't seen much of my channel, I have a Camaro ZL11 LE, and that is like the king of stiff. I would give this car a close second though, in N mode. I should specify that, in N mode. Of course, if you want to drive it in sport or normal or eco, it's a different story. It softens up and isn't as bad as what it is in N mode. So you can push that button once or twice. So once gives you the standard settings that says, let's send this thing in full hard mode and let you go to the racetrack and you're set, ready to rock and roll. If you push the button again, it gives you a more custom setup where maybe you want to have the exhaust and the valves open, but maybe you want the suspension to be a little bit softer whenever you're driving around the city. There's definitely options there for you to be able to customize your setup however you would like. The seats in this car are really nice as well. The seats might look quite similar to another manufacturer out there, possibly one that you've heard that starts with the letter B, followed by an M and a W. So this car does come well equipped. You will find heated seats and a heated steering wheel, navigation, decent stereo, it's got AM, FM satellite radio, a whole slew of buttons on the steering wheel for Bluetooth audio and your phone and everything else you could ever imagine. Wow, this thing sounds really good. Oh, I got a clover leaf in front of me. I was hoping I was going to be able to take it with some speed. But there's cars in front of me. Okay, I'm on a quieter bit of road here. Let's put this thing to a stop and see what this thing's all about. Car feels really planted to the road. I'm just doing a little left and right here. And unfortunately, I'm sending stuff flying inside the cabin of the car. But it handles really, really well. Look how cool this is too on the dash. So there's N mode right here. And then it has this whole custom setup that tells you everything. Your G-force, oil temp, engine temp, your speed. And then you can really come in here and really customize this map whatever you want. So if you remember me talking about the checkered flag on the steering wheel, there was N1, and then this would be part of N2 where you can actually customize anything you want. So you can literally set up the diff with that ELSD, rev matching, however you want it, all kinds of different features. Like, this is really high tech and a lot of fun to play with. Very intuitive from Hyundai. Now obviously I'm having the privilege of driving this car for about an hour or two, let's call it, and from what I can see, it looks like you wouldn't be disappointed with your purchase. This is a really fun car. I obviously can't speak long-term. I've never done a long-term test review on a Hyundai. Sorry, I really got to stop doing that. So I don't know what the warranty situations are like, or if they're in the shop often or broken down or anything like that. I've never done a ton of research, as I said, about the longevity of these cars. But this is a 2022 model. It's under 10,000 kilometers. And as I said, from what I can see, the fit and finish seems to be quite well on it. Doesn't have any rattles or creaks. Seems like it drives really good. And I guarantee you this thing would be a blast on the racetrack, especially with the rev match and an N mode. This thing would be a lot of fun. Guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure to take a second out of your day and hit that like button, and please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you guys are in the market for a hot hatch, maybe check out the Hyundai Veloster N as well. Do a little research on it and see if it's a car that you might be interested in for yourself. But that's all I got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you all on the next one.